Hey guys, so I wanted to do a foundation review, which pretty much means I'm going to go through all of my foundations that I currently own and talk about them, give them my review, my thoughts, feelings about it. So we're going to start over here and work our way over. So the first thing that we have is the Smashbox Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder in Medium. The thing I want to emphasize about this is that it says nowhere on the packaging that it is a foundation. And when we got trained on it, they specifically said it is not a foundation, and that we just pretty much weren't supposed to tell people about that. So it's a powder, not a foundation, which means that it's more like a finishing powder, not like a foundation powder. So this is what it looks like. It's a pressed powder, and you turn it, and it grinds the powder up and makes it into a loose powder. And like I said, it's more like a finishing powder. It's trying to be like the Bare Minerals. The big difference between it is this one is 0.75 ounces, Bare Minerals is 0.25 ounces, so it's 3 times bigger. However, it's more expensive because since it is 3 times bigger. This is $60, and the Bare Minerals is like $25, $28, depending if you buy the regular or the matte. So this one is better for your money. However, I would never buy this for $60. I got this as gratis when I worked at Ulta. And I'm not affiliated with the company at all. They don't even know that I have this. Ulta gave this to me as gratis. And I'm giving my honest opinion on it. I would never spend $60 for this. It's nice that I have it and I got it, but yeah, no. Next thing is the Urban Decay Surreal Skin Cream to Powder Foundation, and my color is Trance, which is like the medium light color. I'm pretty sure it may be the medium, but it's nothing lighter than the medium light. So you open it up, and this is what it looks like. It's a cream foundation, and when it goes on, it looks more like you're wearing powder. So it's more of like a matte finish. It has this brush underneath of it, however, it is crap. I do not recommend using that at all. This is a very nice foundation. I do like it. I would recommend it. However, I do feel like if I were to wear it every single day, it probably would break me out. Never tried it, nor do I want to try it and find out. So short-term use, it does not break me out, but I feel like it probably would. Next this is two things that are pretty much the same thing. This is the Urban Decay Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20. I got the Bodyguard and Bulletproof, which one's medium, one's considered medium dark. The reason why I bought these was because they changed the packaging. They no longer look like this. They're in squeeze tubes now because people were having issues with the pump not working. So they switched the packaging over, and then they decreased these to like $10 each, or maybe cheaper than that. I can't remember. So I bought them because it's the exact same tinted moisturizer and everything. It was cheaper, and I like this tinted moisturizer. I'm not one to really like tinted moisturizers, especially if you have oily skin, because it's a moisturizer, and if you have oily skin, you're putting a moisturizer on your face, it's going to make you dewy. This is different from most moisturizers. This is definitely more like a foundation. It's more medium coverage. Tinted moisturizers tend to be light coverages, and it keeps me relatively matte. However, since it is a tinted moisturizer, it will make me a little more dewy. I have to set it with a finishing powder for sure. This is a very good tinted moisturizer. I would highly recommend it. Next is the Too Faced label rubbed off, but it's their close-up coverage foundation, which is pretty much supposed to be like their version of an HD foundation. I'm Perfect Nude. I love this foundation. When I worked at Ulta, this is the one that I would always recommend people to buy, only because Ulta doesn't sell Makeup Forever. If they would have sold Makeup Forever, I would have sold Makeup Forever ones. So I felt like this was the best one that Ulta had to offer, and this is a great foundation. It has anti-aging benefits in it. From what I remember, it's for all skin types. It keeps me matte throughout the day. Good coverage, medium coverage, I'd say, no more than that. I'd recommend that. The only thing I don't like about it is that there's no pump on it or anything, so when you take the top off, you have to like pour it onto your hand. Next is the Makeup Forever Matte Duo, or Duo Matte Pressed Powder. So this is what it looks like. I have hit pan on this one. I wear this one all the time. I use it mostly as my setting powder. I will on occasion wear it as my foundation if I want something that's just light coverage. I don't want to wear too much makeup that day. But I don't feel like powders can do as much coverage as a liquid foundation, and if they do, like the MAC one, it will totally break me out. So this is a nice setting powder or light medium coverage foundation. Next is the Shiseido Sun Protection Liquid Foundation. I am in the shade 60. It's kind of dirty. And it's very liquidy, so if you hear it, it's got a little ball in it, so you're supposed to shake it up really well before you pour it on. It is very liquidy, and it has a fragrant smell to it. I'm not quite sure why they put a fragrance in it, or if that was just part of the ingredients. Some people do say it's the sunscreen. It doesn't smell like sunscreen to me at all. It smells like fragrance. It smells like more like a florally scent. So that's the one thing I probably don't like about it, is that it has a smell and how runny it is. Next is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus Liquid Foundation. I love this one. This is probably my favorite out of all the ones I have, just because it keeps me matte for so long and it has medium to full coverage. It's very nice. It matches my skin well. This is a close second right here, however, with the smell, and also this one is a little bit more of a pinky undertone, so it doesn't match me as perfect as the Makeup Forever, because the Shiseido has only like 7 shades to choose from. You have less chances of having a perfect shade. So this one is definitely my favorite, just because it keeps me matte the longest and matches me perfectly and has no funky smells. Next is the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. I'm in shade 201 Classic Beige. So the only reason why I bought this one was because Ulta had it on clearance for $3. So I was like, wow, I'm just going to buy it. You know, it's $3. I'll try it out. So I'm pretty sure they probably discontinued it. That's probably why it was on clearance. I've only ever worn it like a couple times, maybe like 3 times, so I don't have too much thought on it. I would say it is a light to medium, if that, coverage. And it is a pretty good drugstore alternative, if that's what you're looking for, but at the same time I feel like they discontinued this. Next, which I really love this one, is the Silk Cream Foundation by Laura Mercier. I'm in the shade Sand Beige. This is a full coverage foundation for sure. It makes my skin look awesome, flawless, great. The only thing is it's a satin finish, so if I have to wear foundation for a long period of time, it is going to make me shiny. So that's the one downfall, is why it doesn't win overall as my favorite foundation, because it really doesn't keep me matte for very long. Next is the Makeup Forever HD Foundation. I'm in shade 125. I love this foundation as well. However, it's like the Laura Mercier one. It's more of a satin finish. It is a medium coverage. It's not a full coverage. But it really makes my skin look flawless, hence the reason why it's high definition. It's good for pictures. But if I'm going to have to wear a foundation for long term, like work, which is 12.5 hours long, this would make me oily. Or it wouldn't keep me shine free very long. But I love this foundation. Next is the Revlon Color Stay Combination Oily Skin Foundation. I'm in 310 Warm Golden. The one big downfall that I don't like about this foundation is the smell. It smells like paint, and it's very thick. And it just reminds me of paint in general. It's thick and smells like paint. Coverage is medium. You stay matte for a very long time. However, just with that smell and how thick it is, it just not one of my favorites, just because it's too heavy almost feeling on my skin, and it makes me feel kind of dirty sometimes. Next, which this is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, the tinted one. So it's just a finishing powder. However, I used to have the Bare Minerals. I've tried both the original and matte, but I don't have them anymore to show you guys. However, I would like to review them. I do think they are way overrated, way overhyped. Not on YouTube. I don't really ever see anyone on YouTube talk about it. However, in the general population, it is big time way overrated. And it's really, to me, in my mind, is a light coverage, if that, foundation, because if you were to just put the powder on your skin and go without caking it up like they expect you to, if you have like pimples or whatever, or uneven skin, if you only put one layer on, it's a light coverage for sure. And I used to love the Bare Minerals. I wore it in high school, and my skin was pretty flawless in high school, so obviously I loved it. But when I went to college and my skin started to get a little worse, it didn't cover my pimples at all, and the redness still showed through. And it's like, in order for it to cover the pimples up, it's like you had to cake the powder on. Who wants to cake powder on their face? Not me. So, I mean, it's just something that is way overrated in my mind, and I don't like. Not for me. This is the Bare Minerals Raw Minerals Night Powder in shade medium. And the reason why I bought this is because they repackaged it, and this is the old packaging, so they put it on clearance for half off. And I heard really good things about it. You know, raw minerals is supposed to be really good for your skin. Plus, it also made sense, like, if you know you're going over to someone's house and you want to wear a foundation, or you want to wear something to cover you up, but you don't want to wear foundation to bed, this is a good thing. So, let's see if I can open it with one hand. It's a puff. So it looks like that. It's a puff. And what they taught us to do is, you see how it says closed and open? See the lines on closed. You'd click it to the open, you'd turn it upside down, you'd hit it on your hand twice with the cap still on, and then you click it back to closed. Then you pop the top open and you put it on your face. They don't want you to keep it open and then put it all over your face, because you're just wasting the powder. 2 hits is supposed to be sufficient enough for one application. Any more than that, you're just wasting the product. And the last thing is the Urban Decay Razor Sharp, which this is just a clear translucent powder. Awesome thing. It's also a puff. I took the puff part off, however, because as a finishing powder, to really puff it on your face, I feel like it's probably going to rub your foundation off. And I thought that that was a really stupid thing that Urban Decay did for this. They should not have made it a puff. So I just took it off, and as you can see, there's 3 holes in the top. And what I do is I click it open and then tap it into the cap, and then use a brush from the cap and put it on my face. And that's so much better. It's like a regular powder that way. But this is a very, very good translucent powder. I'd recommend it. It's very finely grained, which means that you get a more flawless, more like photo ready look. And a lot of the women that I worked with loved this stuff. And that's about it. This is all the foundations that I have currently in my, that I've tried out, and I thought I would go and do a quick review for you guys and just share with you the things that I like and the things that maybe aren't for me. But just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you're not going to like it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.